Hey YouTubers, now as you can see this is the case, and I didn't fully do an unboxing of it. Well, this technically is an unboxing, but the thing is that you can't really unbox a case of this size. I mean, I would be fighting with the box trying to get this thing out because I had to be doing that, and you know, I didn't want to look like the case is beating me up, so I just took it out the box. That way you guys can see what it is. And so this is the case I will be using for my Tri-Fire build. This is the Win GRone. It's a very big case. As you can see, the case is heavy. I mean, I didn't want a case this heavy, but I mean, from the way I saw it on Newegg, it didn't look so big, but in actuality, it is really huge. It's a very heavy case, as they're using metal, and it's not really aluminum. It's metal, so it's kind of heavy. But I like it. The gray, the metallic gray, it looks really nice and clean. You have a fan controller here, built-in fan controller. You have silence and turbo. It's on the turbo, so if you want silence, you push it over there. It doesn't really go far, but as you can see, you know, that's how that works. It comes with two USB 3.0 and then two USB 2.0. You got your mic and your headphone inputs. Then you have your power, and then you have the power LED is right here. It's a red LED, and your hard drive activity light is right there, and I think it's orange. And then if you press this down, that's your reset button. And you have a hot swap dock up at the top here, which is really nice for those of you that want to like transfer some data from a external hard drive or whatnot. You know, it's really convenient. That's my son in the background because we exclude him out of this unboxing, so he's mad. But this is really convenient, especially for me since I have data and hard drive that I need to really transfer to this new build. So this is very convenient. Let me turn this around. It's really heavy, man. I'm telling you. I like that you have a mesh area, and this is where, you know, underneath here you have mounts, but you can only put up to about 2 fans on top, because as you can see, as you go down, it kind of slope down a bit, so you cannot put a third fan. You can't fit a third fan back there because it's so low. I mean, the only way you could possibly do that unless you cut the top and then put the fans. But I don't want to cut the case. I really don't want to hock and saw anything in this build. I really want to just go with the flow of this build. I'm not trying to cut up anything, or, you know, I did that with the 2 cases I had. I really don't want to hock and saw anything here. But what I'm probably going to do is fit the 2 fans here for just like a mild push-pull configuration. I really don't need a third fan, but the option is there if you want to put fans. As you can see, the case has a nice big open side panel which anyone can see inside your rig, which is really nice. However, the drawback for me is that it has this tinted blue window, which it's really not that bad, honestly. If I took off the paper off of it, which I don't want to right now, because since I have nothing built and I do not want dust to be on it already, but it's really not that bad. And since I have I will be using LED case lighting on the insides to kind of illuminate inside, it won't be too bad. But for those of you who would like who do not like the blue tint, you probably, I should say, you're shit out of luck pretty much if you don't like the blue tint. I mean, you can take it off. I can show you. Take off the side panel real quick. Now, I'm on my bed, so that's why it's kind of tipping, so I gotta try to not let it tip. But if you look, you can see that there are screws here that hold that side window in place. So you can technically take it off and replace this with a with a regular plexiglass, clear plexiglass. But here's the problem. The way this is designed is that it's pushed out. As you can see that the window is just pushed out. So it's actually protruding out out the side panel. And there's little grooves right here. So if you even replace this and put a regular glass, a regular plexiglass around this, then here will be escaping your case. Pretty much you will be pretty much air will be going through the case, which pretty much create dust because you'll be pulling in dust from the side, from these gaps here. You can move the camera up a bit. From the gaps here, you'll be here will be sucking from outside the case inside, and it will create like a dust on the window. So honestly, I don't think it's gonna bug me too much. However, I wish it was clear. You know what I mean? But since I'm gonna have, as I said, LED case lighting, which I can change in any color, that shouldn't really affect me too much. And if you can see clearly, I'm not sure you can see it, but there's an InWin logo on the window itself as well. So nice firm side panel, not too bad, and you know. But let's get to the rest of the part of the case. Now, let's get to the main thing. It's nice and open, very, very, very nice open chassis. It supports ATX, ATX, extended ATX, XL. I don't think it supports XL ATX. I'm sorry. I think it just supports ATX, micro ATX, and eATX. I don't think it supports XL ATX, even though you have 8 PCI Express slots. But I don't think it supports XL ATX. But it's really nice. Nice CPU cutout right here. So for those of you guys that are using ear cooling, you have that nice big cutout here that you don't have to pull off your motherboard to put on a ear cooler. You can just actually put the whole board up and then put on the ear cooler without actually pulling off the board off the tray. So that's really, really a plus for me. You also got a ventilation at the back here for like those of you that are, you know, want to kind of keep the back of your motherboard cool. You could technically put a 140 or 140 millimeter or 120 millimeter fan back here to kind of exhaust some of that hot air from your motherboard to kind of keep the socket a little cool, that's a plus for me because I might use that feature. I'm thinking about it. It includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually includes 540 millimeter fans, 3 of them which are LED, red LED fans, and 2 of them which are non-LED fans. So that's really nice for those of you that are using a 140 millimeter radiator. That would be nice. Also, you can support a 360 rad up here, so you can do either a 360 or I think a 420, which is a triple times 140 millimeter radiator, which is pretty nice. What else? You can also put a radiator down here. You can put a 240 radiator down here or 280 millimeter radiator down here. So you got room for radiators at the bottom and at the top. So that would make it for a nice, you know, water cooling expansion here. As you can see that there's space to support both as I said, a triple or a 240 at the bottom or at the top. So you got the water cooling capacity. What else you can do? At the front, you can also, if you didn't want to put a 240 down here, you could technically put a 240 or a 280 rad here as well. So you got that room for flexibility as well. As for me, I never use hard drive trays, as I will be using SSD and 1 terabyte for storage and games. So all of this for me will be taken out as I don't need it. I can always hide all of that stuff at the back. Now, the only drawback to this case is that this top bay is covered up by the front. So you won't be able to access the top here because it's covered up by the front of this bay, which is, it's not a deal breaker. However, for some people, they will actually want to utilize that. But here's a plus side about that. since this is covered up, this top base covered up, you can technically just put a hard drive up here if you want. You know, if you as I said, if you're a modding or whatnot, you don't want to use there, you could technically put a 5.25-inch adapter here and put a hard drive up there. So that's not a big deal breaker for me, as I said, because I won't be using that. I would be just using these, and I really use the front bay anyway, the drive bay anyway. So also, what else to show? It's nice grommeted. It's nicely grommeted. However, they should have put some more grommet right in this area here, because as you can see, if I even put my motherboard there, which my motherboard probably stopped right here, then you still have that big gap in between where your 24-pin motherboard plug have to stretch over there to kind of plug in. So that's kind of like a, you know, like I would say a con for me. But otherwise from that, the case is really nice and huge. I'm not gonna Arkansas it, as I said. There's no need for it because, as I said, it already supported triple rad, which I cared about, and a 240. And seeing that I have all these radiators, what I'm planning on doing is putting the triple at the top, a 120, a RX 120 at the back, the 240 at the bottom, and another RX 120 right here in the front. So once I get the rest of my parts, guys, this build was going to be really nice, as it's going to be a metallic black and white theme I'm trying to go after. I really like the black and white theme. I mean, I don't know. It's just a thing about black and white for me. No racism here. It's just, you know, I like black and white for some reason. But, yeah, but I cannot wait to, you know, start building up on this and trying to get things going so you guys can see what I have prepared for you. I have some more parts coming in a few more, in the next week or two. I will do some more unboxing of a couple of the parts. Also, what you get with this is, you know, you get your regular, you get like your motherboard standoff, you get your motherboard screw, you get some zip ties, you know, handy for like cable routing and tightening up the cable behind the motherboard tray. You get extended PCI 8-pin PCI CPU plug. 8-pin CPU plug extension, which will come in handy if your power supply 8-pin cannot reach the motherboard from behind. Then you can use this as an extension. But I would recommend sleeving this because this will look really tacky, especially when you're trying to make your rig look good. So if you could sleeve this, that would be great. You get just like a fan. As I said, you get like a 3-pin fan adapter right here. But that's about it, and you get the manual. You get a GRone manual, and that's pretty much it in a Ziploc bag. So otherwise from that, guys, the case is really nice. You have about I would say about an inch of room behind there. I'm pretty sure that's an inch right there. Probably got an inch or maybe like inch or 20 millimeters of space, but I'm sure that's pretty much an inch right there of space behind the motherboard. That way you can do your cable routing and stuff like that. So I mean, you can even fit your wires, maybe a slim hard drive back there, and your SSD. So I mean, you have enough space to work with to kind of hide everything to make the front look good. So you know, it's not a bad case for, you know, $99 off Newegg when it was on deal. It's really nice case for the price. You know, you get your regular, like your USB 2.0 connection, your USB 3.0 connection. This will be your eSATA port, or for your app swap app swap dock at the top of the case. That's a plug. You get the power for the built-on fan controller, the built-in fan controller, and then you get your headers for your motherboard, the power header, the hard drive activity LED, reset switch. So I mean, just your typical wires that you get to make the front of the front of the case operational. So not bad case for the price. I really love it, and I'm definitely going to take my time with this build. As I said, I'm really not in a rush to get it going. But in the next few weeks, I will be definitely unboxing some more parts to get this build going. So I'm just going to turn the rig so you can see the front of it. See, that's what the front look like. You also for the front bay, before I forgot, this is how you would take it off. You squeeze the inside, like a latch on the inside to squeeze, and that's how you take it off. Pretty easy to put back in. For the from here, these three parts, you can do the same thing for it. As you can see, you do the same thing for it. But from here down, you have to squeeze it. Once you squeeze it, the pops open. So because there's no drive bay down here, so it's like pretty much all together. It's like a cover for the rest. So, and you got some space down in here, guys, because I think you could probably mount a fan down here if you could. I think you could definitely mount some fans at the front if you didn't want to mount it on the inside of the case. As you can see, there's a deep, very deep gap down in there. Maybe enough for a fan. Yeah, definitely enough for a 25mm fan. But I will definitely test this out just to make sure, guys. But it looks like you can actually mount a some fans on the front here without mounting on the inside of the case. So, but yeah, I decided to do the unboxing instead of just waiting. As I said, the rest of the unboxing should be with the 1080p camera. But if I don't get it in time, I'm definitely going to still use the 720. Keep using my phone. But as you can see, my phone don't take bad video anyway, so you can definitely see exactly what I'm talking about. But yes. So I really like the case. Really nice case. Not bad for the price, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone that wants to water cool or just want a big space to hide their cables to make everything look nice and clean. This case is definitely recommended. And I know Win don't make the best case, but I can tell you this is one of the best full tower case I've seen Win made. The best full tower case I've seen at the price range. It's really, really nice. I think it has something for everyone out there. As I said, if it's for water cooling, it has it. You know, as I said, it's very convenient that it has a hot swap dock, which I'm definitely going to be using. And, I mean, overall, the aesthetics of the case look really, really, really nice. So, otherwise, from the tinted blue window, which is a con for me, as I said, you know, I wish it was clear, but it's not a deal breaker. I can live with it. So, for $99, I don't think you can beat this at all. And keep in mind, this was on a deal. I think the price went back up to $144 in New York plus shipping, but for $99, this wasn't a deal breaker for me. So I'll just deal with this until I figure out a way to kind of change the panel. But for now, I'm not trying to Arkansas my case. I'm just trying to work with the features that it has, and you know, I think everything should be good with this case. So until the next update, guys.